Coach. Thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and image. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready! 18 Gator. Know your job.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Hey.
Got him on me.
Get it.
Now they try the right side here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now
a handoff looking right. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Howell. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the... field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Let's go. At their own 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down at 4, Trubisky. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football.
Dash, go now.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up fourth down.
Fourth down.
They'll try and pick it up with Cohen. He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now it's Trubisky. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
52's the mic. Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for a loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Throwing here, Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23.
A gain of 21 yards.
He's crashing.
First down, Bears.
On first down, Trubisky. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, it has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Ready?
Now a handoff here to his running back. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over.
1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
At the 40-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Bears 7, Ravens nothing.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Cloud.
Red, up.
Mike 5.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
Army. Joker.
Hey, 18. Hide.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen, and he is going to lose yardage here. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense. Countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Right there. Tighten up. Pull it together.
Go.
And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Howell steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now they try the right side here. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2nd and 9 now. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Six guys. Lock in, lock in.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 14 yards into Chicago first down.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right.
Hey. 4 down.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Trubisky to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, Powell looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
I'm on. Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Well, if this defense can hold them to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
And the Bears.
Well, if you're going to give him that kind of time, he's just going to shred you.
You might as well put a sofa out there for him. I mean, that's unbelievable because I don't care who you are in coverage. With that amount of time, someone's going to shake free, and he's going to be able to throw the ball with a whole lot of confidence.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And, oh, this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Lock in, lock in.
Here's Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. McLaughlin for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Makes the score Bears 14, Ravens 3.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This is taken at the 3. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here comes Cohen. And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Watch the boot. Watch the boot.
Alert, alert. Alert, alert. Yes.
They'll start the third quarter with a run by Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Alert, alert.
On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. That's caught by Montgomery. Oh, it springs free. Montgomery loses it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And to give this time to the tailback. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Whip.
Greystone, travel.
Watch the whip.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
First down.
It's a first down following a gain of 3. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Howell. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Here we go.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
Watch the pass.
Hey, 18.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for Chicago.
Red,
Now Trubisky on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Trubisky will throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Trubisky will come up here 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now it's Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen.
Trubisky's pass complete to Tariq Cohen. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 22-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, ball. Hey, alert.
They go play action. Trubisky. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jalen Ferguson, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Yeah, that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Throwing on 3rd and long. Howell. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Hey, here I come.
They're going to try and throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Powell. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Down. 10-2 stop.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
6-6. Pull it high.
Jam him. Jam. Wide. Get wide. Check.
Go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
13-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches. At the 13-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down. Powell. Buying time to his left.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Powell. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. He'll try to run this one in. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hey, Zoo.
45.
Back to throw. Powell. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Squeeze, double. 40.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Hit it.
From the gun on 3rd down. Powell to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. "34 yards there and a first down." I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
High 7.
Mike 52.
Now Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Jimmy Graham, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Howell. He gets this one to Johnson. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, Sam on. Go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand.
And Miller will pull this one in. He's got it for the Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Come on, D.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Howell. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49.
The tackle made back at his own 49.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears.